India is witnessing massive protests against Citizenship Amendment Act that the Union government brought in and the NRC, the National Register of Citizens, an exercise that could be done all over India to find out who is a citizen and who is not. So why does the government want to bring in the CAA and the NRC, and why are there protests against these two? Let's talk about the CAA first. The Citizenship Amendment Act amends the Citizenship Act of 1955 and exempts certain people from being called illegal immigrants in India. These people will be exempt from the law if they fulfill three criteria. Firstly, they should be born in Afghanistan, Pakistan or Bangladesh. Secondly, they should be Hindu, Jain, Parsi, Christian, Buddhist or Sikh. And thirdly, they must have entered India before December 30th, 2014. This law has come under severe criticism. Firstly, why only people from these three countries? To this, the government has replied that minorities in these three Islamic countries face persecution. So if persecution is the criteria, then why have Tamils from Sri Lanka, for example, been excluded? The second question that critics have been asking is, why only these 6 religions? Specifically, why not Muslims? To this, the government has not given any direct answers, and therefore people are calling this law unconstitutional and discriminatory.
Now, the other fear that people have is what happens if there's a nationwide exercise in making a register of citizens, like the NRC in Assam. There were more than 19 lakh people who were left out of the citizens list in Assam, and according to some reports, a large proportion included Hindus. Now, this may not be because they're all illegal immigrants. Many people simply could not get the documents to prove their citizenship. They will all face foreigners' tribunals and may be thrown into detention camps. Critics say that if the government brings out a nationwide NRC, then there is a possibility that people who are Hindus, Christians, Sikh, Buddhists, Jains, basically everyone except for Muslims, atheists and Jews will be able to use the CAA to somehow prove their citizenship. The fear is that Muslims will be left out.
The government is insisting that there is no link between the CAA and the NRC. However, Home Minister Amit Shah himself has linked the CAA and NRC multiple times.
सबसे पहले हम CAB के माध्यम से आए हुए सारे हिंदू, सिख, बौद्ध, जैन, क्रिश्चियन शरणार्थियों को यहाँ नागरिकता देंगे। उसके बाद NRC को हम अमल में लाने वाले हैं। NRC को मुझे बताओ, ये जो घुसपैठिए आए हैं उनको निकालना चाहिए या नहीं निकालना चाहिए?
पहले CAB होगा, सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट बिल आएगा, सारे रिफ्यूजी को, सारे शरणार्थियों को नागरिकता दिया जाएगा, उसके बाद में NRC बनेगा।
पहले शरणार्थियों को नागरिकता देंगे और उसके बाद घुसपैठिए को निकाल बाहर कर बंगाल को सोनार बांग्ला बनाने का काम ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी।
तो जो सारे हिंदू, बुद्ध, जैन, सिख, क्रिश्चियन है, उनको तो नागरिकता ही मिल जाएगी। NRC का कहां सवाल है? हम सामने चलकर नागरिकता देने चाहते हैं उनको, और इसमें कोई दस्तावेज की जरूरत नहीं।
At Ramlila Maidan on 22nd December, the Prime Minister said that ever since his government came to power in 2014, NRC has not been discussed anywhere. But Home Minister Amit Shah has discussed NRC in the floor of the Parliament.
वो देखो, कौवा कान काट कर उड़ गया, कौवा कान काट कर उड़ गया, और कुछ लोग कौवे के पीछे भागने लगे। अरे भाई, पहले अपना कान तो देख लीजिए कि कौवा काट गया कि नहीं। पहले ये तो देख लीजिए कि NRC के ऊपर कुछ हुआ भी है क्या? झूठ चलाया जा रहा है। मेरी सरकार आने के बाद 2014 से आज तक मैं 130 करोड़ देशवासियों को कहना चाहता हूं, कहीं पर भी एनआरसी शब्द पर कोई चर्चा नहीं हुई, कोई बात नहीं हुई। सिर्फ सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जब कहा तो हो सिर्फ आसाम के लिए करना पड़ा। क्या बातें कर रहे हैं, झूठ फैलाएगा।
There is a lot of fear, anger and unrest among people ever since the passing of CAA. In Assam, people are protesting saying they do not want any illegal immigrants irrespective of their religion. Elsewhere in India, people are questioning if India's policies are discriminatory if CAA and NRC come together. There have been a lot of protests across the country ever since the passing of CAA. But the tipping point came when visuals emerged of police storming into the Jamia Millia University in Delhi and lathi charging students. Visuals like this one made students across the country angry. To protest police action on Jamia students, Aligarh Muslim University students decided to protest. And once again, India saw visuals of police targeting students.
Student anger has erupted across the country and there have been protests in almost every city in the country. Many organizations, political parties and civilians have joined these protests. And in some of these protests, people have died in police firing.
It's evident from the Prime Minister's speech that the BJP is taking a step back. But those organizing protests across the country say they do not want NRC to be kept in the back burner, but they want the government to say it has been scrapped. They also say that if the NRC cannot be scrapped, then the CAA in its current form is simply unacceptable.
The people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure all its citizens justice, social, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status, opportunity, and to promote among them all